is February 26th, 2015, exactly 4 days after the events of the Fast Lane pay-per-view, meaning that we're now halfway on the road to WrestleMania. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm doing this, why I'm recording this so many days later. Well, my first recording of this review felt pretty shit because of the amount of stuttering that I did, so I'm going to try this again and hopefully do a little bit better. So, with that said, here's my review of Fast Lane, and you don't have to worry about spoilers because most of you have probably seen Raw, and by the time this goes up, then most people over in the States are probably have already watched SmackDown. So with that said, it's a review. Didn't watch the pre-show, but as predicted, Paul Heyman just basically talked about what might happen at the main event of WrestleMania. So, not much to talk there. First match of the pay-per-view was the 6-man tag team match. Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, and Ryback versus Seth Rollins, Big Show, and Kane, with J&J Security at their corner. For the first match of the pay-per-view, it was pretty good. Though as predicted, J&J Security managed to sneak in a few cheap shots while the referee isn't looking, which makes you really want to wish that this storyline would just fucking end already. But then eventually, Big Show hit Ziggler with a KO punch while Rollins started the referee, and managed to gain the pin with a victory, going to the authority. After the match, Rollins curb stomped Ziggler and Rowan, and while lining up a curb stomp for Ryback, we get the return of the Apex Predator, Randy Orton, which I didn't really expect and couldn't really give a shit because I've never been a Randy Orton fan. I will say that now. He came to the ring, RKO'd most of the members of the authority, while Rollins being the chicken shit ran the arena so he wouldn't become Randy's next victim. So yeah, the authority won the match, but Orton came back. Next match, Goldust versus Stardust. It turned out to be a better match than I hoped it for. That I thought it was going to be, but then again, like I said in the predictions, this whole rivalry between brothers has been done to death, and it's been done so much better in the past. But eventually during the match, Goldust defeats Stardust via a roll-up pin, or as Ronald would say, he won via Kelly. But after the match, there was a match segment with Stardust attacking from Goldust and confronting his father, informing him that the feud wasn't over. So expect another match between these two at WrestleMania. Next up, the Usos versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd for the WWE Tag Team Championships. A pretty good match with one team consisting of two of the best high flyers on the roster going up against a team that consists of a superstar that made quite a big name for himself last year and a superstar that desperately needed a push. It, it was fast paced, and it just shows that there could very well still be hope for the tag team division. But and then let's get before a fisherman's net breaker, on Jimmy, and getting a pinfall to win. Thus him and Cesaro became the new WWE Tag Team Champions, and for that I shall congratulate them. Like I said, the British don't normally praise the heels, but these two have earned it. Then after that, we have the face-to-face confrontation between Triple H and Sting. Triple H offered to do business with Sting, but after failing to come to a resolution, Triple H attacked Sting, leaving the ring to grab a signature sledgehammer, but instead found Sting and returned with a signature baseball bat. With Triple H trapped in the corner, Sting pointed to the WrestleMania sign, obviously challenging him to a match at WrestleMania. But then Triple H tried to attack Sting from behind, but Sting countered with attack with his baseball bat and home with Scorpion Death Drop. And later on in the night, we find out that both Sting and Triple H will have a match at WrestleMania, and I'll get to my prediction of that in the WrestleMania predictions since next month. Next match, Paige versus Nikki Bella for the WWE Tag Team, the WWE Divas Championship. But it was a match at best, but unfortunately, Nikki Bella won, though the referee didn't see Nikki do an illegal pin, by grabbing Paige's tights. But I thought they would have found a way around that by now, but that would be a good idea. But yeah, I really wanted Paige to win, but unfortunately, she ended up losing to Nikki Bella. Next up, Dean Ambrose versus Bad News Barrett for the Intercontinental Championship. Decent back and forth contest with Dean Ambrose losing attitude, feel his aggression to face off Bad News Barrett. But however, it got out of hand and ended up getting himself disqualified, but refusing to back out of the corner while attacking Bad News Barrett. But in the end, Ambrose performed Bad News Barrett with ladies and left the ring, basically stealing the Intercontinental Championship. This is why I like Dean Ambrose. He comes up with batshit stuff, and this was just sheer comedy gold from an awesome superstar. Jump cut! Next up we get another segment with the sounds of the Druids, complete with complete with torches, and then all of a sudden, we hear the familiar gong, and hear the theme song of The Undertaker. Now, at this part, I was hyped as hell to see the return of The Undertaker. And then we saw the Druids bringing a casket uh, down the ramp. Well, not a ramp, but not technically a ramp, but because we get the idea. Place it to the side of the ring, opened it up, and it was revealed that it was Bray Wyatt. I believe the words "fuck" and "you" come to mind because that's what I said. I mean, seriously, that should be a cardinal rule. Thou shalt not troll by using thy taker. Anyway, Bray Wyatt revealed that his cryptic hints on Raw and SmackDown were hinted at The Undertaker. No shit. And challenges him to a match at WrestleMania. Pretty much making it the first time in the history books that someone has challenged The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Well, will Taker accept? We'll have to wait and see. Next match, John Cena versus Rusev for the United States Championship. A good long drawn out battle, with Cena giving it his all until the very end. Though when he tried to get out of trying to counter the accolade, Lana got in the ring to start the referee, which gave Rusev the opportunity to low blow John Cena and managed to lock him into the accolade for a second time, which caused Cena to pass out, thus losing the match, and Rusev is still the United States champion. Hopefully that with Mania on the way, that the next pay-per-view could very well be may finally see the end of Rusev's undefeated streak, because it's pretty much overstayed its welcome, and this whole praising Russia stick has gotten old now. I mean, seriously, this stuff was cool back in the 80s, but now it's just it's getting stale now. Main event time: Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan to determine who will be the number one contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. A good back and forth contest that showed that this was pretty much the best match of the pay-per-view. With Daniel Bryan giving it his all, dealing out several effective kicks to Reigns, while Reigns managed to put up a good fight. And then eventually managed to hit Daniel Bryan with a spear, countering Bryan's running knee, and managed to get the pinfall and thus retain his number one contender spot at WrestleMania. After the match, Daniel Bryan tells Reigns he better kick his opponent's ass, and then and then showed a sign of sportsmanship by shaking his hand, by shaking Roman Reigns' hand. So yeah, all in all, it was a pretty okay pay-per-view. I mean, for the first edition of Fast Lane, it, it did pull off a pretty good show for the most part, with probably the best matches just being Reigns versus Bryan and the tag team title match. The rest were okay. Uh, but if this is going to be a permanent replacement for Elimination Chamber, I hope that next year it becomes a better improvement. WWE Fast Lane 2015 gets a 7 out of 10. And with that, we are now officially halfway on the road to our final destination. So tune in next time as I give up my predictions and review of, of, of the grandest stage of them all, the Showcase of the Immortals, WrestleMania 31. And until then, this is Analog 100 signing out. Later.